Hello, Africa, and a warm welcome to JIT-TV News, where we bring you nothing but politics, business, sports, and entertainment all in one experience. My name is Andile Gogolethu, intombi yakwaCindu Mahlaba. Now let us quickly take a look at your headlines today. Zimbabwe embassy gets land from Senegal. Manhattan still attracts a huge interest. Japan firm opens whale meat vending machines to push sales. The Zimbabwean embassy in Senegal has been availed with more land to spearhead the production of white maize in a diplomatic show of food security initiatives that the continent is putting in place. Senegalese government is now allocating the embassy a 20-hectare plot, and they are now also working the government officials to see how they can further boost maize production in Senegal at a large scale, and also considering working with a Zimbabwe seed house in the project. Speaking on the sidelines of the Dakar 2 Feed Africa Summit, Ambassador Maridadi said the whole project started off as an experiment at a small, but it has since had positive results at the end. Now, the ANC party said that the country's worsening energy crisis, which harms investment and growth, could lead to increased civil unrest and a reduction in the ANC's support in next year's national elections. And again, it has identified that load shedding as one of the factors that could lead to voters looking to another parties in 2024 polls, threatening its position as a growing party. In a concept note prepared for the two-day Malekgotla, which began on Sunday, ANC warned that energy crisis and the impact it has on livelihoods require an urgent response to damage on infrastructure and reinforcing a negative perception of the ANC ahead of 2024 elections. Moving on to the African news now. A lorry pulling a 20-foot shipping container has toppled over, crashing a passenger bus on a bridge in the Nigerian city of Lagos. Lagos State Emergency Management Agency LISEMA said 9 people, including 2 children, had been killed in the accident of Ojueleba Bridge on Sunday afternoon. However, 1 woman was rescued alive after a forklift truck was able to suspend the bus to be cut off, Dr. Elufeni said. Moving on to the international news now. After struggling for years to promote its product and protest from the conservationist, Chinese whaling operator has found a new way to cultivate clientele and bolster sales: whale meat vending machines. Kurosawa, head of Iruka and Kujira noted that the whaling operator is already asking additional catches and to expand whaling outside of the designated waters. Kyoto hopes to set up vending machines at 100 locations nationwide in 5 years, company spokesperson Gonomu said. Moving right along now to the business side of news. Disco company is receiving $1.5 billion for steel plant in Manise from the Chinese firm. Mova says it has been overwhelmed by inquiries for its products from the local and foreign markets. The project is anticipated to start production in August this year, producing over 1.2 tons of steel annually. Locally and foreign markets, the company has signed agreements with off-takers in the iron and engineering industry, as well as a foundry industry. Disco is said to be on of CESA's biggest maximum demand customers and is expected to consume 100 megawatts at the initial phase, which will be ramped up to 500 megawatts. Now, according to South Africans' cane growers, continuous load shedding between stages 4 and 6 will cost growers over 723 million rands in 2023. The figure scores to over 1.8 billion rands when the power outages escalated to stages between 3 and 6. South African cane growers Chair Andrew Russell indicated that load shedding affects 1,135 irrigated growers who employ over 10,000 workers. Cane growers are expected to incur more than 189 million in additional energy cost in 2023 on account of the disruption to irrigation schedules, he said. Now on to your stock exchange. Lastly, moving on to sports news. For residents in JIT-TVzw, high-density suburb in Harare, the one standout memory of the local stadium was when a soccer fan was beaten by a snake while watching a football or soccer match. The stadium used to be the one who hosts a number of football games in Harare, such as Sporting Lions, has now been reduced to a shadow of its former glamour. Unfortunately, the state of the stadium in Harare is that while DZ Stadium has deteriorated to the extent that further snake bites cannot be ruled out, its deplorable state is a reflection of the death of the facilities in Harare. Now moving on to your JIT-TV News weather report. And that is all from me to you. A huge thank you for joining me tonight. As always, kindly please comment and follow us on all our social media platforms at Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, or rather go to our website at www.jit-tv.tv. Signing out, it is Andile Gugulethu, Intombi yakwaCindu Mahlaba. Have yourself a great day.